Good evening. Let us settle down for our guided meditation.
Let us put ourselves in the presence of the source of life, source of love. These three spiritual dimensions radiate everywhere within us, as us and beyond us. Let us pause in such a way that we feel the mood of the evening, and in the evening time everything is a little quieter. Let us also allow our minds to be a little bit more quiet. Let us make sure the body is settled and still. And we are going to experience a moment of silence until we tune our minds and our bodies into that presence around us that we may describe as light, life, and love. Let us feel this life in every single part of the body. Willingly, voluntarily, we can lift a finger, but most of our activities in the body are involuntary actions to do with blood circulation and cell renewal, to do with heart pumping and blood flow, muscular movement, enabling inflation and deflation of the lungs. And at the tiniest cellular level, a wonderful drama of exchange of nutrients, nourishing the cells. And within every cell of the body, an architectural plan which is complete, which is divine, and which is meant to unfold within us. And the whole cell responds to the environment of chemicals, enzymes, hormones. Such an intricate filter on the membrane of the cell that allows only valuable nutrients to come in and keeps out those things we don't want. So let us consider that that same life is everywhere around, in plants, flowers, grass, trees, insects, animals of all varieties, and tiny, tiny microbes. A whole teeming world, not visible to the naked eye. This life is all around us and within us, sustaining everything. Let us imagine that our body is filled with life, pumping, as it were, in 5 directions, upwards, downwards, left and right, throughout the whole body, regulating the digestive system also. Let us imagine also that this body is bathed in pure light. That same light lights the sun. Reflected sunlight makes the moon shine. The flashes of lightning, fire in the sky is connected. And the fire that we make on this earth, all of this is connected with that internal fire within that keeps our body temperature even. And as we contemplate all of these things, let us accept the feeling of welling thankfulness within us, rising up. Let us imagine that this whole body is immersed in love. Let us imagine the love flowing in us, pouring as life, pouring as grace. Just as that light within us manifests as consciousness and intelligence, so also this love manifests itself in human relationships and an intangible feeling of gratitude. We are thankful that we are sensitive creatures, sensitive to the needs of others, with the capacity for empathy for everybody. Everybody is, to some degree or other, suffering. This suffering is on the physical level, but mainly it's on the psychological level, the mental level. Let us assemble all the mental and physical activities of the day. Just review them. Let us understand that a meaningful life is a life where every second is filled with meaning, purpose, positivity, joy, goodness, truth. Let us, in our meditation place, take all these events, subtle as they are, these events that fill every single second of the working day, from the minute we woke up to the present evening, where the atmosphere is one of stillness. Does not regret anything, but simply make an offering to the source of life, the source of light, the source of love. Let us reallocate responsibility for all our activities and put them toward this divine being. And this entity of light, life, and love is not just on the outside, but is pervading every cell and situated as a moment of poise in the very center of our own being. Let us for a moment withdraw to that point that also radiates outward. And as it radiates, it touches and saturates and penetrates all worlds, all names and forms, all identities, all individualities. Millions and billions of them. Let our goodwill encompass everything on this planet Earth and then extend to our brothers and sisters, other planets in the family of the solar system, and to the farthest corners that every telescope can possibly reach. Let us send waves and waves and waves and waves of strength and truth, goodness, love, and harmony to all beings that we know of, to all beings that we do not know of, to the whole universe and those that we do not know. Let us now bring forth a sacred sound. And if you have a mantra whose potency is charged because it was given by that open channel of divine grace called Guru, now repeat your mantra. The way to do it is imagine your Guru in front of you. See that this Guru is made from pure love. Let this Guru be in the forehead, situated there. Let us feel pulsation of divinity through that. And with that, let us lovingly repeat and reflect on the significance of our mantra. If you have not got a mantra from a Guru, let us repeat the sound symbol Om. Let us repeat it until we feel the pulsation of this mantra in that space between the eyebrows as we mentally repeat this Om with an atmosphere of joy, devotion, and faith. To assist, I will repeat the sound symbol Om 3 times. This mantra and every mantra is a sound embodiment of the supreme principle. Let us now be aware of how this body is seated. Let us make sure the chest, the neck, and the head is still arranged in a straight line. Let us put our hands in the lap, right on top of left, with the back of the right hand rested on the palm of the left. Let us relax the eyelids in such a way that we can see a little bit of the floor in front of us. Let us arrange a nice smile on our face in anticipation of the inner joy of the experience of meditation. Just be aware first of the tips of the fingers and the open palms of the hands. Just assert that this is a sign of receptivity as well as giving. Let us ensure that we understand that this body is a city or a temple, a housing for the divine that sits within us. Let us now look at that aspect of the mind that is called attention. Let us observe all the flashes and impressions and impulses going on in the mental field, just watching keenly until all the activity settles. Let us withdraw our attention from the body and from the mind. Let us withdraw all the energies. Let us withdraw our attention and sink down deeply, deeper and deeper within. Let us be in watchful mood. Let us consider this statement. In the beginning, pure existence. The nature of pure existence is consciousness, a continuous state of eternal being. And that existence, consciousness, is manifesting itself as you and as me. It is that divine that maintains the continuity of its own existence in its infinite individual form, forever and forever and forever. All those who existed in the beginning exist now, and those who exist now will exist forever. Let us consider once more that the body is the temple of life. This temple is life itself formed. It is spirit formed. Just as the brain is the avenue that intelligence expresses, so is the body the avenue that life manifests. And life cannot be separated from its temple. Life is the substance of which the body is formed. Therefore, the body is as indestructible as life and as ageless. Let us assert, within is the spiritual life force, which is functioning from the within to the without. Let us assert that I do not have a life force, I am the life force. That life force constitutes my true being and flows into harmonious and infinite form. Let us attune our awareness to that true being that flows into harmonious and infinite form. Consciousness is the law and the activity unto the body. Nothing can ever stop the being that I am, because I exist independently of what the world calls matter or confinement or embodiment. The nature of my being is eternality. The invisible activity of truth operating in my consciousness renews me physically, mentally, morally, and financially. Day by day, this inner selfhood, which is my invisible being, is manufacturing whatever is necessary for the fulfillment of my earthly experience. I may watch the body pass from infancy to youth, from youth to maturity, from maturity to middle age, and from middle age to old age. But through every change of this body, I remain, as I am aware now, an observer, impenetrable, unentered, unassailed, unharmed, untouched. Whatever the changing condition, I shall be watching every change of the body, every change of expression. I will never leave me nor forsake me. I cannot leave me nor forsake me, because I is me. And the only moment I can know is this second. This moment. The moment before had no existence, and a moment from now will have no existence. To me, the past and present and future are now. It is this now in which I am living. It is now that I have always lived, and it is now that I shall always live. It is purposeless and pointless for me to look forward to a life 100 or 200 years from now, for the only time I can live is now. And now is this moment, this precious moment this experience of pure being, that is God. The one life is expressing itself. So I do not express life, life expresses itself as my infinite, individual, indestructible being. Yea, though I walk through the shadow, for the valley of the shadow of death, thou art there. Death is not annihilation. It is but a shadow that looks like death. And even though the valley of the shadow, I shall stand there watching myself. I shall watch myself pass through it because I can never be separated from it. I can never be separated from I. I can never die. I am that pure immortal being. Meditation consists of feeling this intimately through the avenues of its first manifestation, that form that is chosen for us. But let us experience now, even beyond this guided meditation, the essence of pure being, that is I.